moments I cannot go out from the country and go back to my place. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you a bit where I work, where I lived for 4 months. And this vlog is gonna be in English, so sorry in advance for my family, my friends who don't speak English, but I made a promise to my Bangla friends, roommates, colleagues that at least one vlog will be in English, because the first two ones were in French, not even translated. And so yeah, I had to make one in English, and wow, it's early in the morning, it's quite difficult. As it is the last one, it's going to be in English. So yeah, sorry in advance, and maybe I'm going to translate it with subtitles, but I'm not sure clearly. But yeah, so I'm going to show you my place a bit. Right now I'm in the taxi with like maybe a ton of AC, so it's 15 degrees in the taxi. Outside it's already 25 at 8 in the morning. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you my place a bit, the environment, and that's it. So here we are. I'm in Bashantech right now, my former neighborhood, and so I'm gonna show you a bit what it looks like. First step, I have to cross the road, and as I said before, it's quite dangerous here, so I have to be cautious. Assalamu alaikum. Oh. And so yes, this is Bashantech, and this is my former neighborhood. Assalamu alaikum. Kemana Chen? So on the right it was the small shop where we buy some puris, peajus, like small fried snacks just after work. This is Biblop shop, really nice, like shopkeeper. This is also a buyer right here. Hello, kemana Chen? Balo? Balo. And so yeah, like I'm like quite known here because really like I'm the only white guy, and of course everybody is like, what the fuck are you doing here, mate? It doesn't make any sense. So I know pretty much everybody, and everybody is super friendly, so you can speak to everyone. I learn some Bangla words so I can communicate a bit with them in their own language, and for me it's like something you have to do when you want to integrate a country, a culture. You have to learn the language. It's like the first step, of course. And so yep, this is my center here. This is where I worked for 4 months, and I lived also. This is the street, and as you can see you have like constructions going on everywhere. So it was a bit a nightmare, like Bangladeshi or people are never stopping to work, and so it was like 7-on-7 construction noise just next to our flat. You have to get used to. And so we are going to enter. I don't know if it is open. It is. And so yes, I don't know yet, no. I'm gonna show you our caretaker later. I think it's Babulbai. Like, we are always laughing together because like he's trying to speak to me in Bangla, so I know a few words, but I cannot do like a real conversation. And he's always trying, and I'm always like answering Bujina, which means like I don't understand. So, but yeah, super nice guy. So I hope to see him today. And this is my former flat. So it's like really nice flat. The building was constructed maybe 2-3 years ago, so it's a nice place. Here was my room. Yeah. Voilà. So yep, I lived here for 4 months. Quite comfortable, really. Like when the fan right here is working, when we don't have load sheddings and electricity cuts. It was a nice place, really. A bit tough also because like as we are on the top floor, like the insulation is really really bad, and even during the night at some point during like the heat wave it was maybe I would say 35 degrees inside during the night, so quite tough to sleep. But that's it. That's Bangladesh. Yes, so for you to see a bit the surroundings of my center where I work, I'm gonna show you a bit what it looks like in Bashantek Bazaar, which is like a kind of a market and everything. So yeah, let's go to Bashantek Bazaar. So yes, this is the bazaar. You have like a CNG station in the back, and you have a lot of shops everywhere. It's kind of a meeting point, kind of. And right now we are going to enter the bazaar for you to see how it's going there. Let's go. So this is the bazaar. You have chickens like this here everywhere. Assalamualaikum ভাইয়ান, কেমন আছেন? অনেক ভালো। And yes, like you cannot smell it, but it's like, to be honest, it's really terrible because you have chickens everywhere in a really small space. So you can feel that the smell is quite intense finally, but you get used to. And so yeah, you can buy everything here. You have a lot of vegetables that we don't have in Europe actually, and all the time it's like a bargaining game with the shopkeepers, and so it's quite nice finally, because at the beginning you don't know how to bargain and you are just hesitating and you don't know how to do, you're a bit lost, and with time you're just like being a bargaining expert master, and it's really funny. Oh yeah, this is mishti, like sweets from Bangladesh, and as it is much nice there, I'm gonna take some. Balo, balo. And yeah, two things that you can clearly understand once you are in Dhaka. It's like it has a reputation that is a really noisy city and really polluted one also. And you can understand quickly because with such a traffic, like there is a lot of traffic jam. And so when you have traffic jam, of course, like you have a lot of pollution, you have a lot of noise because everybody is honking. Even if the situation is not going to change, like you're stuck in a traffic jam, that's it. So that's it. And yeah, one thing about like Dhaka people, as I said in the previous video, like I'm a Videshi right here. I'm a foreigner, a white one, and it's not that classic. We are not allowed. Like the country is 170 million inhabitants, and for example, French people, we are just a bit more than 200, according to the last census made in February. So we have a really tiny expat community right here, and so at first when you come here, people are staring at you a lot, and so you need to get used to, because it's not going to change. Like people are going to stare at you all the time, but they're also like really friendly at the same time. They don't hesitate to speak to you, and so you have really nice like small talks, and you can discuss with pretty much everyone here, and that's super nice. Like Bangladeshi people are really welcoming, really, truly. And so the vehicles we can see right there are like what we call rickshaws, and it is maybe like the toughest job in Bangladesh, clearly, because like it's really physical. They don't have any engine or anything, so it's just like physical strength, and they are carrying people on it. They are paid a really low wage. It's like a mafia, because they are not like independent, they are working for a company. And so yes, they have to even if you pay them directly, they have to give back a lot of their money to their company, and so it's really difficult. And yeah, I have to be like cautious because traffic in Dhaka is really intense, and I don't want to die, clearly. So you have to look left, right. It's inverted here also because it was part of the British Empire at one point, and so they are driving on the left. So yep, just to for you to see, it's really like early in the day, really early, like it's 4 p.m. And look at the traffic already. It's everywhere, and like it's really calm right now, really calm. And to finish my explanation about rickshaw, like most of the time they are not living in Dhaka, or they are living like in the streets. They are living like right in the street because they cannot afford a proper flat, or they are living in a flat but they are like 20 in a really small one. So it's almost not human living conditions, but it's the only job they can do here. So yeah, quite sad finally. And they are always smiling because there is clearly a game between rickshaws and foreigners, always bargaining for the price of the race. But so they are most of the time smiling, laughing, but their living condition is quite tough, and so most of the time you bargain, but finally you give a bit more because the guy was funny, and you just want him to have a better life, kind of. And just for you to see like the contrasts exists in Dhaka, like really quickly, just look. So here we have like the street with the big buildings, and right here we have like small shops with fried food and a lot of people, tucha and everything. So Like there is no transition at all.
Something else.
So this is the rich part of Dhaka, and as you can see, like it's really crowded, even if it's quite early in the day. So it's worse at night clearly. But yeah, this is Dhaka, quite intense.
Let's have a run.